Hi everybody, it's Wednesday evening again. How did that come around so fast? It's crazy. Yes, it is crazy. I'm just loading up my page so I can watch what I'm doing. You see what you're seeing, making sure everything's in the right place. Oh, I haven't got my light on. I wonder what was different. Here we go. Hi Lisa. I think I saw Alice in there. Hi Andrea. Oh goody, everyone's popping in. Hi Alison. Hi Tracy. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I know those of us that have had our first day back at work. Hi Heather. Possibly feeling a little bit jaded, but that's okay. It was a good day. Nice to see all the kids, the ones that we had back, and also some of the teachers. Like some other adults that, hey Debs, some other adults that we can chat to from a very far distance with our masks on and not hear what we're saying, but it was still really nice to kind of be in some kind of routine. So, yeah, it was great. So, thank you for joining me tonight. I can see that there's 9 of us out there. Yeah, it was weird, Andrea. It was very weird. Oh, hi, Mary. Yeah, it was nice though. Like we had 30. Hey, Heidi. We had 36%, I think it was, return, which is, not amazing, but it's about what we estimated. So, yeah, it was a weird kind of situation. Actually, today was just really cool. The kids just kind of had a little bit of a laugh and did some fun stuff and hung out together and had a chat. And, yeah, so it was nice. So tomorrow I don't think will be much different. And then next week, when we've probably got a few more back, we'll probably get into some actual other work. But I think the learning that they're doing, actually just reconnecting with each other and interacting with people, kia ora, Anita, interacting with people face to face is actually really important. Yeah, 36%, thanks Debs, of our total roll. Hopefully there's lunches tomorrow. Well, a couple of our kids said that they weren't going to come until Monday, so we'll see. It does make it hard for our numbers and stuff with lunches that are being brought in and things. All right. Okay, so this is our card tonight, and I had to kind of make up the measurements myself. Hi, Judy. Yes, it is good, thank you. I saw this on one of the demonstrator pages that I'm on, and actually it was just a picture that kind of looked like that, so you got to see it fold out. And I thought, that's really cool. But there were no instructions. So I was like, no, I can do that. I can work that out. And so I'm pretty proud of myself. I did. It is cased from Jessie Holton, who is a demonstrator in Australia. I think she's in Melbourne. Actually one of the top demonstrators in Australia, which was really cool to see that announcement on the weekend. So it's a really, what I liked about it is it's a really cool way of showcasing both sides of your card, of your DSP, and it's a great way of using up your DSP. So as you would have probably seen from the measurements, it's 5.5 wide, so that's almost a sheet of almost the width of a sheet, or half the width of a DSP, and it is a full 12 inches long. So when I was kind of doing it, there's a little kind of, a bit of outage. That could be my scoring. That could be my measurement. But so it's just on a standard piece, just one piece of card. So I've got mine on some silver foil, so that's white on the back. So I don't need to put another piece on there. I could just stamp like happy birthday or whatever, or thanks or something on the back there, or you can just leave it blank for people to write on there. And then yeah, so we'll get started and make that. So I've got this paper here is beautiful, and it's one that I've had and I forget about, but I found it really difficult last night trying to decide which piece I was going to use. So this has got copper, gold and silver foil embossed in it, and hopefully you can kind of see that on the camera. And then I've just used some silver on the top there, but beautiful. And then just on the back is a really cool geometric pattern with black and white, so really effective. So for the card that I'm going to do with you tonight, I'm going to use another sheet from that same pack. Now, I think it's called like Simply Elegant or something elegant. But this is gorgeous. The filigree pattern on there is just beautiful. So that's gold with on white paper, and then on the back, this is the reverse of it. Okay, so we'll get started. You need your paper trimmer, or a scorer. And you're going to put your paper in. So again, this is 5.5. I'll just double check that. 5.5. 5.5 wide, and you have got full 12 inches. All right, and we're going to pop that in so you can see that that goes straight up to the 12-inch mark there. So it's using that full width, and you know, we have so much DSP, so it's nice to be able to use a full piece. And not have to cut it into tiny little pieces, and we get to see it's a very pretty paper rochelle, and get to see the full pattern of it, which is really nice. So we're going to start. Just let me get my measurements out. And so the first score, so you're going to score on, we're scoring on the 12-inch side. So if you're using a scoreboard, you need to put your paper in this way, because your score marks are along there and you'll be coming down here. If you're using your trimmer, you want to put your 12-inch side against the side of your trimmer and your shorter edge coming off there. So this is essentially the width of your card, or the height of your card. So we are going to score at 3 3/4. That is the cutting blade, and I actually did that last night, so just make sure that you are thinking about that. So I'm going to write here 3 3/4 inches is your first score. All right, so make sure that that's in the right place. I love that the lines go all the way across, so I can make sure that I haven't got it crooked on the side there. And with DSP, don't press too hard. It does tear easily, so just be a bit careful about that. And then we're going to go to 7.5. Let's move this. I can't move it back any further, sorry. So hopefully you can see that. But 7.5 is your next one. And you're just going to score there. This is like, I could not believe how easy it was, really. And then 11 1/4. So essentially you're getting 3 panels that are 3 3/4 wide. And then you've got this last little piece, which is about 1/2 inch, thereabouts. Well, maybe 3/4. Let me see. Can't see it in the light. 3/4 of an inch there. So that's it. That is your card. Well, that is all you need to do for your scoring. So the next one, I'll put it here, is 11 1/4. All right. So those are your 3 score marks. Right, so I hope I did this the right way. So you're going to fold your paper on the score mark. Now I actually want to fold it in so that I can use my bone folder and not kind of smudge any of that gold foil, or you know, because that's something that I would do, is smudge that. And so that we're just going to fold the 3 score lines that we've done. They are going to make a concertina, so it doesn't matter if you need it to kind of be able to fold backwards and forwards smoothly. So doing this will just help to soften those fibres, and then we can fold it back and it won't be as needing so much pressure on it. Okay, so then we'll just, now that that's already kind of happy to go there, it's just actually firming that up a bit. I don't have to be as, see, I've gone a little bit too hard with the scorer there by the looks of it. I think it's very weak, but that's okay. It's going to be my base, and if we need to, I could put some tape on it, but it should be okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in, what's that, a zigzag. So you're going to have your piece that's flat facing up, and then it's going to fold. You're going to go left to right, right to left. All right, and then that little piece that you've got there is actually just going to fold over the front as a little peekaboo of the paper that's behind it. All right. Let me know if I'm going too fast. I like to oh, where is my tape gone? Does that mean the child's been in here again? I'm sure there was tape in there last night. Alright, so I'm just going to glue. Remember when we're using our Tombow glue or our multi-purpose glue, you don't go too close to the edge, but you want it to be able to stick down. You don't want it to lift up. Alright, so it goes sticky otherwise, so I better put it down. So we're just going to, I might actually open this up just in case it oozes out the end. And I'll glue my paper down. So we're just I'm just using my bone folder just to press it down, and it kind of smooths out the glue, gets that fold nice and tight. Alright, and it did ooze out. Look at that. See, lucky I did that. I just have to wait for it to dry a bit more before I do any adhesive removal, I think. Let me just see. It should be okay. I need to flip this over now. Just fold it out of the way. Alright. So that is, that's a bit sticky. Gosh, I am making a mess today. How did that happen? Alright. So that is glue under my nails now as well. Glue everywhere, messy pup. Alright, so what I've decided to use this evening for my base is a piece of, this is basic grey. Sorry, I had a little bit of a mind blank. With this one on my sample one that I did, I used some foil on there, which, you know, if you're using that, if you're wanting to make a look, could be a little bit pricey. But I thought the grey just really set this off quite nicely, and I thought, I did look at the gold, but I don't know that they're the same tone, so I didn't really like that together too as much. I like it as an accent on the front, but not anything else. So what happens is you pop it on. When you've got your zigzag, you've got one piece, and it would open like a normal card. All right, so that's the hinge on the left, and then it's going to hinge on the right. So it's that zigzag thing. So when you open it, you would pull that little bit there, and it would open. Okay. So before I glue on here, before I glue it all together, I'm just going to cut out and stamp my sentiments. I have got some gold foil that I'm going to cut into a banner kind of thing. So I'm going to use, these are called painted labels. They go with the poppy set, which is super cute. But there's some really versatile labels. So I've got that one, and I'm just going to do the same as I did here. So I've got that one, and then this one here, which does a nice little border punch under here. So I'm just going to punch those out, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment for you. So just put this through the Stampin cut and emboss machine. Won't be sick. Hope you ladies have all had a lovely day. If you're working from home, I hope it was not too cold. A little bit rainy here for a while. I got up, it was pouring down. But thankfully, we had a heavy downpour just as the kids were supposed to be arriving, and then most of the day it was pretty fine. There was a few spots, but I managed to get outside and have a bit of fresh air, which was nice. Hope you've had some fresh air too. It was hilarious. The kids went out to lunch, and they're outside for 5 minutes and they're like, oh, miss, can we go inside? I was like, no. You just spent 15 weeks inside. Nope. Spend 10 minutes outside. Alright, so those are my pieces there. This one here, just get rid of all the bits that are stuck in there. So that's that. Alright, so that's that die, and then this one here for the other label, and then I've got this little filigree one which is super cute. You can punch them, or what you can do is you can put them in the cut and emboss machine, line it up, and just put your clear plate so that it kind of sits there, and then line it up, although it's not exactly the same, but you could line it up and extend it or cut it and join it. But it's quite cute actually, I thought. So my new favourite stamp set at the moment is this Biggest Wish, which I've used quite often, and I've double layered it most of the time. Tonight I'm not going to, because I really quite like this font here, and I'm just going to do another thank you card. So I'm going to pop this on here like that, and then thank you to all the ladies who put their card on my page this week. So lovely to see such pretty creations, and I'm glad that some are, you know, they're not all Christmas cards, which is nice too, because we, you know, do tend to get, well, I tend to get carried away making all these Christmas cards, and then I don't send them. So there's definitely other things that happen around this time of the year, not just Christmas. No, I don't want that one again. Pop that out of the way. I only want one, thanks. And then this one, I'm just using Memento Black because it gives a nice crisp edge to it. So that is I have, and you'll notice that the table rocks probably quite a bit. Unfortunately, these ones, that's because you have to tap them quite hard, because they are a really hard foam, whereas our other ones are quite a soft, spongy kind of a pad. So I'm just going to cut around these, and I'm sure you don't mind me doing this. It is it's not perfect. It is just to kind of give it that, you know, like when you're at school and you do that block writing, and then you put shadows behind it and all of that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what we're aiming for here. Just to kind of help it stand out, and it's such a pretty font to it's nice to have the outline that follows through. And so when you're cutting, it's nice to, if you can move the paper rather than your scissors, you'll feel like you've got a little bit more control of that. I don't know if I've said that. I feel like I've said that before, but and I know other demonstrators say the same thing. So I didn't really kind of consciously think about what I did with my scissors or my card when I was fussy cutting, but when I sort of started to think about it, I was like, oh, I do that. I do. And it just makes it easier to get those shapes as well. Also probably doesn't help talking like I am. Alright, so those two there. Let's get my rubber out of the way. So now we're going to pop it together. Might stamp on the back there, seeing as I've got my stamps already inked up, and I've got black So I might just stamp. If you're going to stamp the back, do it now before you, at this point, before you stick everything together, because otherwise you get a little bulge in the back and it doesn't allow for a nice smooth transfer of ink. You get kind of ridges in it, and so that's when you kind of feel it's like, ugh, I don't like my card now. Okay, so we're going to stick it together. That stamp set is called Biggest Wish, Andrea, sorry. I have my glasses on and everything got a bit blurry too. Wrong glasses. Biggest Wish. So it has the block for the 5 words, and then it has the 5 words in the script as well. So they're kind of layered over each other, which is really nice, but they're also really nice by themselves. So you can get quite a cool effect. So I've often done happy and then birthday, but you could do birthday and then kind of put the little happy above it or through it or whatever. Quite effective, actually. Alright, so we're going to listen to our own advice and not put too much glue close to the edge, but again, we want to make sure that it's going to stick, especially because it's holding that whole piece of 12 by 12. It is very versatile, Andrea, and looks good. Like you can mix and match and do a lighter colour with the block letters and then the darker colour, or vice versa. So, well, you can't really do, no, you need to probably do the darker colour in the block, and then, or the lighter colour in the block and darker colour over the top, but still, I quite like that scripty font. It's a really pretty one. And then the block is just quite, it'd be quite good for masculine cards as well. Alright, so we're just going to pop that on there like that, so you end up with a nice edge around the outside of it, like a normal mat that we have. Sorry, I've just noticed that I've pulled that out of the camera. So we end up with that. And then it's just decorating. So I've got my stamp on the back. I feel like this is sticky. And I'm going to put this frame on the front here. I'm going to put it down the bottom. Maybe. And I'm going to put my thanks here on there. And then I'm going to open this up a bit. So I'll have that there. So it's always nice to have it open and lay it out, especially as you've got the ability to do that. I might just I might snip that. I line that up like that. And I'm going to snip that. Actually, I'm going to snip it there too, because that looks naff having that little bit sticking out. Whoops. I'll tidy it up once I've got this side done. Alright, it also then helps me to keep that label in the right place. So I'll just curve that off a bit. Now you wouldn't know it was there. Curve that corner off. That's going to hide behind the label. Now what I do need to do is see all the little bits that I've cut off my card. So I'm going to pop this over here. This is taking longer than I thought. It was a super quick card. Alright, so I'm going to pop that there like that. So I'm going to glue, I might actually glue this to the label and then put some dimensionals on the label. Not too close to the edge, Cal. Too late. So then I'm going to pop that up, and I'm just going to have it so that you can only see the curls underneath, and I need it over a bit more. So I can't see the bar underneath, so it looks like it's part of it. And now I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. And I like to put some over the glue as well, just to kind of give it that extra security in case it moves when we're putting it together, because it does take a little minute to excuse me, to set. Alright, so I'm going to centre that as much as I can. About there. It's not really centre, but about there. It's about centre. Look, the person who gets it is probably not going to go, oh look Kelly, your card's not centred, the label's not centred. Alright, and then I'm going to put my one on the front, which I'm just going to glue this one because I want to put the thanks bit up on dimensionals, and then it will make it kind of a bit heavy. And I think I will put it down the bottom, but I want to overlap the grey to get that little bit of gold on there. So I'm just going to hold that in place. So I was just doing a check before I came on live tonight, and there were 7 cards on there. Thank you very much to all you lovely ladies who have created them, and some of you have done too, and planning on doing more. Alright, so I haven't glued down these bits here, which just kind of gives it a little bit of movement, not too much movement, but a little bit. I'm going to pop some, there's a little tray in my light which is quite handy for putting little things like the lid off my take your bit tool. It's handy because otherwise I end up searching all over my desk for it and then still can't find it. Right. Very quiet everyone tonight. I did think that it would be a nice quick one, sorry, so we're going to be a little bit over time, but hopefully you can stick with me to the end to do the draw, especially if you've put your card in. That could have been disastrous. I don't recommend that, ladies. Don't take your thingies off, and I just keep doing it, on top of your project, because they just about put a hole in my paper. Not clever. Not clever. Right, and I'm going to put that towards the bottom a bit too, just for something different. I might put something in there later on. And then I'm going to put, where did I put my friend one? Oh, no way. Oh, no way. Where's it gone? I'm sure I cut that out. Holy moly. Where did that go? Can anyone see it on the We must, oh, there it is. There it is, under my glue. Alright, so I'm going to pop that there. And I'm just going to, now, I don't know how many of you have, obviously there's a lot of you that have used foil. There's some of you that probably haven't used the shiny foil. And when you're using it with glue, it is very easy to make a mess. And it doesn't, oh, thank you, Tracy. Oh, that's hilarious. Could you see it while I was looking for it? So it makes a mess if you smudge it. So you really need to kind of be quite careful when you're placing it down so that you don't get a glue smudge. So kind of really, once it's there, my recommendation is don't move it after that, because, and you want to push it down and just hold it in place for a few seconds. See, not we. Oh, yeah, you could see it. That's hilarious. And I wasn't fast enough to have a look at the, oh, Alison saw it too. I wasn't fast enough to have a look at the comments to see that you guys knew where it was. So normally when I put something down, I kind of really push it down. I'm just really tapping this because I really don't want it to move, because you get a manky thing above and below or wherever you've had it. So I'm just letting that kind of sit and just tapping it to make sure that it's taking hold, and collecting up other bits and pieces off my desk so that is our card. Now I'm just going to, I've put some dimensionals on there, so it's actually keeping my card open a little bit. What I like about this is it fits in a standard envelope as well. So that is our card. Let me get this stuff out of the way so I can show you. Whoops, that's not working. Oh my gosh. So we've got these two here showcasing. These two are actually from the same DSP pack, so which is really nice. So silver version, gold version, silver version, silver, copper version, gold and grey. All right, so I will flip you around and say hello. Oh look, I do look a little bit wind blowing. Thank you very much, ladies. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. I look forward to seeing your amazing versions, and I'm sure they'll be well stepped up than what I've done. I've just done a really quick decoration of it, so I'm sure you guys will come up with some awesome things, like flowers on the front cut out, die cuts, different shapes. I'm just in awe of some of you and what you come up with. All right, I will flip you around. We've got the winning wheel ready to go. Hopefully it's at the right position. I don't have to move you too much. And 7 entries tonight. So I've got Anita, Sandra, Andrea, Heather, Debs, Tracy, and Alison. No, Alison. But you have lots of gorgeous DSP that you can use, Alison. But you know what? If you would like some more, would you like to see the other patterns in it? I'm happy to show you it if you want. I can spin the wheel, and while it's spinning, I can get the pack if you want to have a look at the other ones. It's a mix of the 3 copper, gold, and silver, so it's really, really pretty. Yes, okay, all right. I'll spin you around. I'll spin the wheel, and then while that's spinning, I will go and get it so I can show you. Who's the lucky winner? Oh, Debs! Yay! Congratulations, Debs. Hang on, I'm just getting the paper. Congratulations, Debs. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. I will send you some pictures. If I don't, I might catch you tomorrow at school and I'll show you some photos. They're just on my phone anyway, so I don't want to get bits all over my paper. I will flip you down so you can have a look at this paper. All right, now we are over time, so I understand if some people need to go, but this is absolutely gorgeous. So if you are interested in the rest of it, it is called Simply Elegant. I think I got that right. All right, so this is the one that I used tonight, and that is the back that I've already showed you. Oh, actually, I think I've got it cut in smaller pieces. I do, so that'll be easier to show you. So, as part of our team, when we have a new catalogue, my team leader does a DSP share, so we get one piece of each of the 6x6 piece of the DSP in the catalogue. Obviously we pay for it, but it gives you a really nice like you get to have a look at it. Redraw, Anita. Oh, it's not rigged, I promise. It's not rigged. Okay, so this is the one that I used tonight. Has the grey. This is the other one that was in my sample with the copper, silver, and gold, and then it's got the black dots on the other side. So this one here is the copper and silver and gold, and it's got the little gold pieces in here, but really highlights the copper. I don't know how well you can see that. The light's probably not great for it. It looks really dull. I'm trying to get the light on it so that you can see. But that's really pretty. And then just black and white on the back. That has some really nice, so versatile. And then this one is basic grey with a gold pattern through, which is super cute. Reminds me of a wallpaper, actually. And then there's the grey with like grey diamonds with the black lines. And they're dotted lines. They're not solid, so they're a little bit more. And then this one is cream. So it's a mixture of white and vanilla. So some of them, like this one is a white one, and the one I used tonight is white, whereas this one is a vanilla. And then it's got vanilla and grey on the back, which is similar to that pattern, but just not as big. And then the last piece in the set is basic grey, and then it's got silver all over with the gold accents through the middle of it. Let me see if I can get the right angle. Yeah. And then on the back are these gorgeous leaves, and they're in vanilla and black and basic grey. So that that's the pack. So you get, it is a more expensive designer series paper. It's what we call a specialty designer series paper. So I think from memory it's $32.50 or $32.95. But you do get, it is a full pack. It comes in 12 by 12. So you get 2 of each piece in a 12 by 12. Whoopsie, sorry. I think it's $32.50 or $32.95, but I'm pretty sure it's $32.50. They don't tend to do a 95 thing like we do here in New Zealand. It is Judy, a beautiful suite, and there is a lovely, actually I've got a stamp set. I haven't got the dies yet, but that's the stamp set that coordinates with it. So that's the flower and the copper one, and that's the filigree that comes on the, but it's got a beautiful script. I really like the script. It's got the mix of the cursive and the standard font. All right, well, ladies, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate the effort that you all put into trying the cards that I put up there for you to do and sharing them with everybody else. And I'm just blown away with how amazing you are at commenting and being so supportive of everyone's designs. It's so nice to be able to share our creativity with everybody, and and then give them away to somebody. Totally love it, but as I've spent millions of dollars on craft supplies lately, yes, that's totally fine, Alison. And it's in the main catalogue, so it's around till next year if you become weak. But I'm sure you will stay strong because you have a great supply, and you have some beautiful papers. Maybe when your poppy paper runs out, you might consider it or something. I know that's your fave. So yeah. But as we know, I could go on for ages talking about this, so I'm going to let you have your night back to yourself, and I'm going to go and make a coffee and plant myself back on the couch. My legs are sore. Don't know why. Probably because I've been sitting for 15 weeks and now I have to get up and walk around. So it's a bit of a shock to the system. All right, take care, ladies. I will see you Sunday night, 7:30 as usual, with another card that I'll post up Friday or Saturday for you. I'll put these 2 cards from tonight. I will put a photo of them on the page in a few minutes, so that you can post your cards if you've been crafting along with me tonight. If not, then if you have a go, I'd love to see your cards later on in the week anyway. Also, I want to just mention, I know sometimes it's not actually easy to get the time to do that, but even if you make it after the next Wednesday or the next Sunday, please put it up. We'd love to see it. Or send me a message, but I'm sure everyone else would love to see it as well. So feel free to post on my page anything that you've been making. We'd love to see it. Love, love, love. All right. Thank you very much. 10 minutes over than what I had planned on. And so it was nice to have you along, Rochelle. Did you finish your Blackberry Beauty ones? I know you got halfway through. I saw a comment. That is another beautiful, beautiful paper with the purples and purples, and it's cinnamon cider in that one, and gold. Yeah, lovely, lovely cards. All right. Catch you on Sunday. Take care of yourselves. Bye.